And we're live.
So there's the photos of the 3 planes that I described, and then he's like, "Oh, yeah, and he also owns these 2 planes, but I don't know what they are."
You forgot about two, as you
He
do.
he he forgot a couple of, the fleet.
Boneheaded. You
So
know when
here's
you
the
forget those vehicles you own?
This is
so those
cool.
Yeah,
That
it
bottom
is.
one's really neat. Which one's that? Or has he not said?
He said he didn't know what they were.
He doesn't
Oh,
know
he
what they
didn't.
are.
Okay, my bad. Man, these are really cool. How big is that top one in the first photo? Is that about the same size as the other small, like single couple person, or is that way bigger?
That's the
That looks
DC-3.
big.
That's big.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
How
a
many
big
people
plane.
can fit on that?
I don't know.
It looks like 8 or
30?
9. 30.
Oh. Am I wrong? It looked like
No, I'm wrong. I'm definitely wrong here. I'm just Wow, it is a really big plane.
21 to 32 passengers. You were right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
That's so cool.
'Cause I don't know why I said that, 'cause I've been on a plane that holds, like, 5 or 6 people, and it's tiny. That
Man.
plane we flew in to get when we were meeting up with you in Vermont. What a harrowing a trip that was. Oh my fucking
I
god.
was getting on a plane, and they're like, "Hey, how much do you weigh?" I'm like, what kind of fucking plane is it? Like, yeah, we need to balance the left side and the right side. I'm like,
That's
So I
literally what
lied.
happened. Yeah. Like, the pilot was a big boy. I'm gonna say 6'4",
Fat.
275. Yeah, not like a round belly, but like
Guy.
he just straight in the front, but just big. Like, clearly he could lose some weight, but just a hoss of a man. Like he doesn't have a hard time getting around or anything. He's like a lineman. He's built like a fucking like pro lineman, and he's the fucking pilot of this itty bitty plane that we're flying from Boston into Vermont. And like I'd never been on anything like this at a international airport before. Like, we just go down steps, and now we're on the runway, and it's like, can we be out here? Fuck! And we just walk up to the thing. He's loading our bags into the wings, and he's like, "Who weighs the most?" And I look around. It's like me, Kitty, her little cousin JJ, who's like 140 pounds or something like that, and I'm like, "Me for sure. I'm like 200." And he's like, "All right, you're my co-pilot." And I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, just grab the checklist." And I'm literally the co-pilot. Like, I'm not touching the fucking gear or anything. Don't get me wrong, but I'm holding the fucking like checklist
The
up
directions.
for him. Like he's going through it. He's like, yeah. Blah. I don't know what he's doing. It's plain shit. He's flipping switches and looking and doing his like pre-takeoff checklist nonsense. Kind of worried me that he needed a list. Like, shouldn't he just know? But whatever. He's
I'd rather
clicking
they
them.
use a list.
I prefer the list, I guess.
Yeah.
We get into like these crazy updrafts in like a blizzard, and we are gaining and losing what feels like 50 feet of altitude rapidly and repeatedly, to the point where my right hand is holding the checklist, but my left hand is underneath, like between my legs to the bottom of my seat, pulling up like I'm on a horse, like I'm like riding a fucking like Bronco or something. Like, I have to pull to keep my ass in the seat because we're just like up and down. And look, I'm not some kind of badass or anything, but I do have this weird outlook on life and death, especially in a situation like that. And I'm just like, there's nothing I can do. This is completely out of my control. This isn't even like driving a car dangerously. I have no control of this. We're either going to live or die. So I'm going to have fun. So I'm loving it. I'm like grinning. I look back at like everybody behind me, and they are petrified. JJ is vomiting into a bag, and he wants a second one to piss into.
I was gonna say,
he's
it's a little
green.
more nauseating when you don't have the window in front.
I bet. Although all you could see out the window was white, just white, like pumping into the, like we're flying on instruments alone. We had to sit down in like, I don't know, 2-hour limo drive from wherever we were in Vermont, Killington. We had to Burlington. We sat down in Burlington and had to hire a fucking limo to take us the rest of the way. It was a fucking nightmare.
Did you guys give like a 3-person little smattering of applause when you landed safely?
I told him how much fucking fun that was. That was one of the most fun rides I'd ever been on. Like I drove those like pro stock truck things, that like those Baja trucks out in Vegas with Bulgarian. This was more fun than that, and we were like jumping. I don't know if you saw the video. We're jumping.
A good updraft, in a storm like that, is about 10 meters a second.
So fucking cool. It felt like nothing I've ever felt before. It was like It reminded me a little bit of those rides you can do at like Six Flags where you're on they like stretch you way down in that little capsule and then that slingshot. It was like a slingshot ride with the up and down and up and down. But at the same time, we're flying, I don't know, 200 miles an hour, 300 miles an hour or something, and doing that. And the snow's fucking killing us.
The fastest I've ever been in is 4.5. This is on a paraglider, meters per second. And that felt like a lot to me. 10, I've seen it on YouTube and stuff. I have friends who've done it, but I haven't.
I wish I'd had it recorded. That's one of those moments where it's just like, God damn it, why didn't somebody pull out a cell phone? Fuck, that would have been great from like Kitty's point of view back behind me. Like me looking back, like, oh, we're gonna die. Great.
You going, oh, and then the white clears and it headed into a mountainside.
Kobe.
No, it's fucking great. And it was cheap too. Oh, I've been waiting on my chance to use that in that way. Like anytime something explodes, crashes, Kobe. Oh, I should have said it when those kids fell in the university. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe. Opportunity to make that even more tasteless. Damn, he's been dead for over a year.
Yeah.
He barely escaped the lockdown. Well, I mean, I never watched
that rapist who was good at playing that game I don't give a shit about. He wasn't even in a cool movie like Michael.
Yeah. I don't think Kobe was in a single movie, was he?
Good.
Not that I know Michael of.
Jordan was the one about him dying.
Wait, didn't he win an Oscar or something?
Definitely not an Oscar. You have to be in movies for that.
Did they make a documentary about it and maybe it was one?
That might, that would make sense, especially because he died tragically and untimely. So they probably make a documentary.
No, he was getting into entertainment and he won something. Maybe he won an Emmy. I think he won an Emmy.
Well, I don't think Michael Jordan won anything for Space Jam.
Should have. That's a great fucking movie. It really is a good movie.
I mean, I haven't watched it in so long. I'm just going to believe that it still is a good movie.
I'm sticking with you on that. Yeah, I mean, I think they're remaking it maybe with LeBron.
Are they?
I heard something about that. I think so.
I'm sure that'll be a home run.
Yeah, I doubt it.
It'd be really good. Professional athletes, notoriously good actors.